What's up, guys? Ben here with Tactical Nutrition, where we are breaking through the barriers, breaking out of the matrix, all the propaganda, finding out how to actually be healthy in a society that does not promote it. So I want to talk about digestive health today, because this is one of the most important topics that very few people talk about. Most doctors won't talk about it. Some nutritionists talk about it, but it's extremely important because obviously we know what we eat affects our digestive tract, but your digestive tract is going to impact a lot more than just the digestion of your food and the assimilation of your nutrients and things of that nature. Obviously, it's important for that. I mean, you want your digestive tract healthy so that you're getting maximum absorption into the bloodstream, which is where it all begins, and then it goes through your blood to all the tissues, and that's how you become stronger. That's how you get healthier. That's how your tissues repair themselves, right? Obviously, we want that, but also most people don't think about the fact that your GI tract, gastrointestinal tract, is basically just inside out skin. That's how it's been called. If you think about it, you've got your skin, and then it kind of goes inside of your mouth and then down through your esophagus and your stomach, etc. So it's like it is inside out skin, okay? Because your mouth and your nose and things like that are an opening anyway. So all I'm trying to say is there's a strong correlation between the health of your skin and the health of your digestive tract. So you can tell that your digestion oftentimes is not doing very well because you'll have skin problems. It's not always that. There's a lot of different types of skin problems. But for instance, when I grew up, I had really bad asthma, a little bit of asthma, but eczema, right? Right here, like my whole arm, both arms, I was just itchy. Anyone who has eczema knows what I'm talking about. It's very annoying. It's always there. It's constant. I'd have it behind my legs, kind of under my armpits, anywhere where your skin touches itself. I'd have eczema, and I was rubbing creams on it. My parents didn't know what was going on. I don't blame them, but I'm rubbing creams on it, cortisone, steroids, topical steroids, and it just never really worked. It just never went away. And then when I was about 17, went to college, started learning about nutrition, started cleaning up my diet, was working out more, was doing a lot more healthier activities. My eczema just went away on its own, or as our society says, it grew out of it, which is such a stupid saying. Like he just grew out of it. No, I made the changes. I learned about nutrition. I started eating better, cutting out a lot of the crap, right? And so my eczema got a lot better. And when I do get off my nutrition plan these days, it starts coming back. Not quite as bad because I never get that bad off my nutrition plan, but I digress. That's my personal story. But what I'm trying to say is if you constantly have dry skin and you constantly have, and even like your hair and your nails and things like that, if you're constantly having skin problems, you've probably got a digestive tract problem. And so moving into solutions here in a second, but one other thing, it's very important for people to understand that there's trillions of bacteria in your digestive tract, right? There's just trillions of them, all types of different kinds. And they do many good things. Most of them are supposed to be there. They're very beneficial. So some of them, for instance, will synthesize vitamin K. So you need to get vitamin K for certain functions. I can't even remember off the top of my head. But so the bacteria are actually eating food as it comes through and then excreting out things that your body uses, as gross as that sounds. They're also eating pathogens. They're consuming dead food. So if you eat a lot of meat, and I like to eat meat, but Sometimes there's dead tissue, depending on how you cooked it, things like that. Dead plant matter. Bacteria are consuming these things, so it gets excreted out of your body properly. So what is one thing that we do in the society that is very prevalent and people do all the time is antibiotics, high dose antibiotics. So when I talk to a lot of nutrition clients, even people that aren't paying me or anything, but just people I've met at the gym, and I used to just talk to so many people. And there's this one girl in particular, and she seemed so healthy on the outside, but then she was telling me about all this gut problems she had, and like constipation, and ulcerative colitis even, and diverticulitis, and all this stuff. And like, I was just asking, I was, man, you know, your diet seems all right. You know, what's going on? There's always something. And I was like, have you taken antibiotics in the last few years? And she was like, yeah, actually, you know, they went on a high dose regimen because she had some kind of yeast infection or something or the other. And so what people don't realize is if you take all these antibiotics, it kills off not just bad bacteria, but the good bacteria as well. So imagine this. You've got all this good bacteria in your gut, and there's something else going on. There's bad bacteria as well. There's a war of bacteria going on. You're having stomach issues. It's not very good. You go on antibiotics, right? Fluoxacillin, whatever. And it goes in and carpet bombs the entire area. Just, all right, it kills the bad bacteria. Great. It also killed the good bacteria. Now, at first you don't feel the problem because the bad bacteria is gone. So you think you solved it. But then the problems start, and they can be a million different things. I literally mean like all types of things, because what happens is now you've removed the forces. You removed your military forces, defensive forces from your gut. So what happens next time you eat anything and there's bad bacteria in it? They proliferate. So what happens is you end up with a bunch of bad bacteria in your gut. The problem just gets worse and worse and worse. So you need to go onto what's called prebiotics if you've taken antibiotics. Prebiotics. Now, what are prebiotics? People have heard of probiotics, right? That's like bacteria that's in like yogurt or fermented food or kimchi, things like this. And yes, you should be eating this stuff as well. I make it a good part of my diet is purposefully fermented foods. They're not the tastiest, but they're very healthy for you because they keep your gut in line. But there's also prebiotics. And so it's just like we live in this society again where everything is about drugs. And these doctors don't ever talk to someone about here's what you need to do after you're on the antibiotics, but you're getting all these gut problems. And it's going up all the time. And also there's a thing called the vagus nerve that's running from your, I can't remember exactly where, but basically your digestive tract up to your brain. So you notice how it'll affect your mood. If your digestion, it's a two-way street. If your digestion is bad, you can get brain fog, feel depressed, reduced mood, reduced focus, things like that. At the same time, let's say it goes the other way because your body is in constant communication with itself. Let's say you're healthy, but then there's a very stressful activity in your life, so a stressful event, and now you're depressed, and now it goes down into the digestive tract, and it causes problems down there, you know? So they're going both ways. That's why I have heard of them clipping the vagus nerve, which is another asinine thing. Just hacking things out. People that are suffering from depression. And they link it to the digestive tract, and then they clip the nerve. And it's kind of like dropping a bomb on a major highway. But, so here's the solutions. Okay, this is what I do. Things that are good for your skin are good for your digestive tract. Now, what do people do that's good for their skin? Aloe vera, right? Very good for your skin. I drink aloe vera. I am a distributor for a nutrition company. I have my own aloe. I drink it regularly. So aloe vera. What else do people use? When they go to like on the beach to tan, a lot of women will use coconut oil. They'll rub coconut oil. Okay. Coconut oil, good for your gut. Fish oils, good for your gut. Olive oil, a lot of oils, guys. We're talking about healthy omega-3 fatty acid oils. So fish oils, olive oil, aloe vera. Okay, here's another one, shiitake mushroom. Okay, here's another one, fermented foods. Again, introducing good bacteria into your gut. Fermented vegetables, pickled vegetables, anything that's purple, beets, it's going to have resveratrol in it and other things. Beets are good for your gut. Grapes, blackberries. You know, and some of these things are very common sense, you know, fruits and vegetables, right? But most people don't think about the oils. Okay, so these are also all things, if you notice, that most people aren't consuming. Most people aren't consuming omega-3 fatty acids. A lot of people don't eat any fish. Understandable. A lot of people don't eat a lot of fats in general. They might be on a low-fat diet from their doctor. High-carb, low-fat diet. Oh, wow, I'm overweight and my skin's all bad. My digestion's messed up. What do you know? So getting those essential things, and then the fermented foods, which most people just don't think about, like pickles in general. And again, fermented vegetables. But guys, here's the thing. When your digestive tract is acting, the last thing I'll leave this video is most of your immune system is located on the inside of your digestive tract. There's a certain area where it is about 1 cell thick. There's these things called villi, little hairs, absorbs food as it comes through into the bloodstream. This is how food gets into your bloodstream. It doesn't just magically appear. There's a process. And so there's a bunch of immune cells, I don't know a ton about what they're called, in that area to make sure that things don't get into your bloodstream, because it's red alert when things get into your bloodstream that aren't supposed to be there. You can get pathogens, you can get parasites, bacteria, heavy metals. I can go on and on, and I'll make another video about this because there's so much about that. It's called leaky gut. But so when your gut's healthy, your immune system is going to be more healthy. Through the vagus nerve, it's going to help your mood. It's going to help your focus. Obviously, you're going to absorb nutrition better. You won't have to eat as much to get as much nutrition. At the same token, you're going to have healthy bacteria that are helping your cells, right? So that's all I got for you guys. As you can see, I'm in a different environment. I am traveling for the weekend, and I will be back again on Friday with another video. So until then, guys, peace out.